So that time of the day. It is that time of the day! Let's put on the epic music. Hold on. I said hold on. Hold it. Hold it. Don't. Wait. Hold on. Gib. Okay, now that just happened. Guys, oh smokes, that's what's up. Gib versus Taylor Holiday. Just got announced like 6 minutes ago. Gib just dropped this video. And to take us through the action, I'm going to bring in someone special to talk to you about this guy. This is an unexpected appearance. You're never going to believe I got this guy. His name is Brian Smith. So Brian, come on. I'll get Brian. Okay, Brian's coming. Okay, we're good. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Smith. I am from the UK. I'm originally from Perth. And today, basically, Gib versus Taylor Holiday got announced. And I am a boxing expert. In fact, I know much about boxing. You know, I trained Tyson Fury for a day, and then he fired me by punching me in the face. But that's neither here nor there. So, who do I think is going to win Gib versus Taylor Holiday? Well, let's look at the stats, shall we? Gib has won he's 2-0 in his amateur career. And Taylor has never fought ever. And with Gib, he lost to Jake Paul. And we all hated that day. And we look back at that day in disarray and much crying. But can Taylor beat Gib? Or can Gib find redemption in Miami? The answer is simple. No. Thank you for watching the live stream. Nah, I'm just kidding. Can he win this? No. But is that no? But can he not? But it's no. Taylor is by no means a good boxer. He's never had a boxing fight for Pete's sake. But here's the thing. This Taylor boy can box. He can box quite well, in fact. I mean, let's just give you a little bit of glimpse. Let's go. Taylor Holiday boxing. Here we go. Taylor Holiday boxing. I mean,
kind of about him for the people who doesn't know about.
Hold on, just give me a minute. So Brian is waiting.
Background, and if you can go.
I mean, just look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. He's pretty decent for a TikToker. He is pretty decent. Now, have we seen him spar? No, we have not. But. Oh wait, no, we do have footage of Taylor Holiday fighting. And this man is going to beat Gib. He will beat Gib in every sense respectable. I mean, this is luckily going to have smaller gloves and not be 10 ounces, but still I see no way that Gib wins against him. I mean, come on. Look at this guy. I think he's one of the guys in the white shorts. But clearly, Taylor is a tailor-made boxer, and he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. Look at this guy. He's going for it. Enough said. Now, if you look at Gib, well, it's just the crab walk. And I've now realized I have one person watching and 3 people have left, so thank you for that. Now, can Gib take Taylor's shots? That's a huge case. Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I mean, if you saw what Jake did to him, imagine what Taylor's going to do to him. Do I think Taylor has the power of Jake Paul? No, he does not. He does not have the power of Jake Paul, but he can outpoint Gibb. He can out-technique him, and I believe it can end in a TKO. I predict Taylor, I don't know how long the rounds are, but let's say hypothetically there's 5 or 6. I believe Taylor will TKO Gibb close to the end of the fight. Now, I think Gibb will last longer than he will against Jake, but personally, I see him getting hit pretty hard, and eventually his legs will give up on him, and it will go the way of the Jake fight. Now, man, Gibb is going to fold him, fam. Gibb will be too much. Gibb is a lot, and he delivers lots of pressure, but the pressure that he brings, it's unorthodox. There's no technique. It's reckless, and without the headgear on and the smaller gloves, Gibb folds pretty easily. I see no way forward for Gibb to win, so I predict that Taylor will TKO Gibb in the later rounds. Now, does this mean Gibb has no chance of winning? Pretty much, yeah. But there is a slight chance that he can win, and if he does win, it won't be until the later rounds as well. I think Gibb will do better here, but personally, I think picking Taylor was the wrong option. I personally believe that Gibb he's not been able to train enough, spar enough because of lockdown in the UK, which I would know because I'm from the UK. My name's Brian. Hit me up on brian.com. That's what I was saying. But personally, I believe that I personally believe that Gibb just does not have enough technical experience and power or speed or ability to actually beat Taylor. This is Taylor's to win 100%. If Gibb does win, I would love that. I don't want Taylor to win. I want Gibb to win. Please, Gibb. Please, win this. Win this for the UK. It's not alcohol. I want the UK to win. I want Taylor to lose. I want him to lose, but Gibb's gonna lose. And I know Taylor looks good on the pads, but if you see him spar, the man is better than Gibb. He looks like Ali compared to Gibb. I have no hope. I have no hope for Gibb. Personally, I believe he should have found someone easier and then worked his way up to Taylor. But you know what? If Gibb wins, I don't think that would be an impossibility, but based on the facts and statistics, it seems very likely that Gibb is going to lose this bout. Now, those are my final opinions and thoughts. Personally, that's all I have to say. I will take questions from the comments now, and we're now going to bring back Andres LaFrasia into the live stream. Thank you. This is Brian. Follow me at brian.com, and if not, well, then you can just go eat a piece of cherry pie. Peace out, mates. Thank you for that, Brian. Thank you. So yeah, guys, I agree with Brian. I think that, Gibb, this is Gibb's to lose. I don't see any way Gibb wins this fight. Yes, he has more experience, kind of echoing off of what Brian said. I think, Gibb has more experience. I think he's got a lot of good cardio. He could probably take a hit better than Taylor. But personally, I just think that with how poor Gibb's footwork was and how he wasn't able to generate any power when he fought Jake, I just think that Gibb's not going to be able to hurt Taylor that hard. I want to be proven wrong. It's kind of like the Ben Askren situation where, like, everyone was saying, Andres, Ben's going to win. I'm like, I hope you're right, but I got to stick with Jake. And guess what? Jake won. So this is that same kind of situation. I mean, Taylor is like, there's no way Taylor really loses this fight. But on the off chance that he does, I hope that happens. I want Gibb to win. I want to be proven wrong. The whole point about Gibb having more fights and going up against Jake, they are very valid. Again, I think he will do better technically and last longer than he did against Jake. And I think that he will, if he does lose, it will be a lot more respectable. And yeah, but I don't see any way that Gibb wins this. I got Gibb by decision. We have very little facts, but we do have the stamina and pressure on Gibb's side. Also, KSI said that Gibb was not the Gibb he sparred. Next time, Gibb needs to fix his crab stance. When KSI and Gibb sparred, Gibb kind of like he looked just as bad when he sparred KSI as when he fought Jake. I mean, he was getting dominated every round by KSI when they fought twice. So I personally think that he never looked good. He's a scrapper. Like, Gibb doesn't know how to box. He knows how to scrap. And like KSI improved over the years. With Gibb, he just went he went down or he just stayed the same. And the crab stance, I think, was kind of something he probably won't do in this. But I just think that he doesn't know how to box properly, and he just can't like settle down. He's a brawler, and that works in the amateur divisions and against people that have never fought before, who are, not extremely athletic. But Taylor is athletic. Taylor has shown skill. His past two opponents, yeah, they worked hard, but they were gamers. They weren't a Logan Paul or a Jake Paul. What if Gibb just bobbed and weaved instead of ducking and squatting? Even rolling is better. Yes, I think Gibb will be a lot better technically, and even if he loses, I think it won't be as bad as against Jake, nor as quick. But again, I just don't see how Gibb wins this at all. Like, I don't think Taylor's a great boxer, and I don't think he's gonna like get him out in like 2 rounds or whatever. But I think that he's not gonna like if we look at Gibbs' footwork, he was not able to generate any power because it was so he was so off balance, and his legs were just going in different directions that like he would land shots on Taylor, but he was not gonna hurt him. And again, and it will be the same situation. Taylor won't be afraid, and he'll just go for things, and they'll be reckless, but Gibb won't know how to handle that, and he'll just get hit again and again. So again, I just don't see any way Gibb wins this. If he did win this, I think it would be by, I guess, outpointing Taylor maybe, or just the cardio will get him through until he's able to fully land big shots. Then maybe in the later rounds he'd beat Taylor, but he's definitely not beating Taylor in the early rounds. I got Taylor too, but I think it will be extremely close, to be honest. It's Taylor's first fight, isn't it? It is Taylor's first fight, but I don't know. When you have such a bad performance in your last fight, which was against Jake, it's kind of hard for you to believe that, Gibb will win. And, Taylor's sparring and he's in the gym, and I don't think Gibb's been able to spar a lot. But yeah, I just think, listen, boxing can come down to two things. It can come, like with Logan and KSI, it came down to who had the better heart, who had the better cardio, who had been pushed harder in camp. With something like Jake versus Ben Askren or Jake versus Gibb, both had huge heart and cardio, but it came down to who had the better boxing skills. And this is what this fight comes down to. Who has the better boxing skills? And I think that's Gibb. And again, if this is like smaller gloves, I don't think it's going to be 6 rounds. So again, we don't know what the heart Taylor has or the cardio Taylor has, but I think his skills will be able to carry him through just as much. Yeah, I agree. The best case scenario I see for Gibb is to give Taylor a hard time to the point Gibb loses, but Taylor gets embarrassed like for having a hard time beating someone like Gibb, like Jake did for Deji. Yeah, but Jake still won though, and again, I just don't believe that Gibb wins this, and I wish he didn't choose Taylor as his next opponent. But yeah, I think both of them, if Taylor wins, which I think he will, it won't be until like the final 2 rounds. And if Gibb wins, I think he'll win like at the last second. Maybe he'll get a TKO, but I feel like if Gibb did win, it would be off points. I think Taylor's gonna get a TKO on Gibb. I'm calling it right now. Second to last round TKO by Taylor Holiday, as I like to say him. And yeah, I'm excited for this event. It's gonna happen on June 12th. And it's crazy because the week before that, we're going to have Mayweather versus Logan Paul. So we have 2 big fights 2 weeks in a row, which means that I'm going to be hugely impacted with. You're going to see a lot of content. Like, I'm going to be doing all of the press for Mayweather versus Paul. And then the next week, it's the Social Gloves event. So there was a lot of content coming up in May and June. Yeah, and they're using like 14-ounce gloves, bigger gloves. So there probably will be no KO and it will be a decision. Man, Taylor got shoulder rolls. I want to see how Gibb's going to pressure him. Yeah, I just think Gibb. So like with Gibb, he pressured Jake, but because Gibb was so off balance, and like there was one point when he just had his gloves in Jake's face, and he was like, "Whoa, that was pressure," but there was no power behind the pressure, and that's why KSI was able to last so long against Logan. It's because Logan respected that power and feared that power, and kind of had to make certain moves based on his fear. And with Jake, he never respected it, and he was like, this kid doesn't hit hard. So you can have pressure, but if you're not applying power, then you're just wasting your own energy. And I just think that's not a smart move for Gibb. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Gibb versus Taylor. I'm excited for Mayweather versus Paul. It's either going to be on Saturday or Sunday, June 5th or June 6th. I will definitely be covering that. Obviously, Mayweather is going to win. Yes, Logan is 30 pounds heavier and like 6-7 inches taller, but like it's a Mayweather. Although I want him to win, I want him to knock him out. I don't have any malicious intent against Mayweather, but I am so excited for what's coming up in the next few months. I mean, next month we have Canelo versus Billy Joe, and then in June Mayweather versus Paul, Social Gloves event. July Dustin Pryor versus McGregor, and then we're gonna get Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury at some point in the summer, and then we're gonna get Jake's next fight, which who cares about that? And then KSI is gonna step back into the ring next year. What about Deadly's fight? Who is he facing again? He's faced. Hey Andres, did you see the photo I sent you about the state in Miami? Yes, Snappy, I did see that. I'm sorry I wasn't able to respond to that. And Deadly's fighting Vinny Hacker, who again Deadly's gonna easily beat him. I mean, Deadly is training like a beast. Like he's barely posting on YouTube. He's putting in the work. He's sparring. He looks like a completely different person. Like he looks so thin right now. So again, when Deadly puts in the work and he's able to just take shots, like he's already proving my pre-assumptions wrong, which is he doesn't have a good work ethic, but he's proving that he does. So when Deadly works hard, he thrives. So I think he will TKO Vinny Hacker. And if he doesn't, it will be by points. There's no way Vinny Hacker. It will be. I want to see Deadly spar, but I'm pretty confident it will be Deadly domination from the beginning of the bell. Deadly versus Jake Paul 2. If KSI loses, yes, I want to see Deadly fight Jake. I think if KSI loses, Deadly will fight him and he will beat him. I believe that with all my heart. And personally, I think that like Deadly, I think can go skill for Jake, but he has to have he needs to go fight a TikToker, an athlete, an MMA guy, do 10-ounce gloves, fight someone hard because Deadly is proving his work ethic. But now we have to see can he take hits because with Jake and in 2018, it proved that he can't take hits. And I hope, and that's what he needs to prove. I think less with this fight and more fights. I don't believe that all, but I'll root for him. Apollo Creed versus Drago, KSI versus Jake. What about you? Yeah, man. And KSI is training. He said that he's gonna fight after all of his tours. His tour ends in October, so KSI won't probably fight in 2021. But if he has a camp and he goes 4 months, November, December, January, February, I believe somewhere between March and May of 2022 is when we'll see Jake fight. I mean, when KSI will fight. He's not going to just go and fight Jake. Jake's probably going to be fight somebody else, and that's probably what's going to happen. So KSI versus Jake, I think, will happen next year. Probably not until December, November, or even January of 2023. And yeah, so again, I don't. We still have at least another 1.5 to 2 years until KSI versus Jake. But I'm just happy that KSI is training and he's doing what's needed. He's working with Shane McGurgan. And he's not going 100%, but he is getting better, working on his skills. He knows what he did wrong with Logan, and he's not underestimating Jake. And that's exactly what I told you guys. This guy is not dumb. He knows what he's doing, and he doesn't underestimate anybody. And if KSI loses Icon Kazi, then he won't lose. He'll lose respectfully, and I feel like if KSI loses, Deadly will beat Jake. And I know that sounds so crazy, but I believe that an Olatunji will finish off Jake Paul. It has to happen. This is beyond skills. This is written in the stars. It's some prophecy type stuff, in Harry Potter, the prophecy against Voldemort and Harry, only one can live while the other one dies. That's gonna happen with KSI and Jake and Deadly. KSI or Deadly, one of them is taking Jake down. I put everything on that. And and so I mean, again, I'm happy that KSI is training, he's sparring, he's getting better, and as long as he's doing that, it's better than him doing nothing. And this completely disproves the realist's point of KSI. Why isn't he training? And he's gonna lose. It's guess what? He's training. True Jordy confirmed it. KSI confirmed it. It's no wonder he's not making a video anymore. No wonder he hasn't posted anything. Do you think Jake will ever fight a real boxer? No, he will not fight a real boxer until he'll fight a real boxer before he fights McGregor, because McGregor's gonna make him fight a real boxer. But the next, I'd say 3 fights will be against MMA athletes, celebrities. he's not gonna fight a real boxer for a long time. That is just no. He will not fight a real boxer until he absolutely has to, because he know he'd lose. And yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. And I don't really care who he fights next. It'll probably be to the MMA guy. I truly hope that he just isn't on a work ethic high just because after a loss and after when he goes back to chilling. I hope that doesn't happen. I think that Deji's on this motivational pathway, and I think that Deji will continue this. Canelo's going to struggle with Billy Joe. Who you got? I got Canelo going to win against Billy Joe. It's not going to be like Canelo's going to dominate, but I think that Canelo is more technically sound than Billy Joe, and I think Billy Joe's just going to not be able to compete with that level of technique. But again, I don't think we should underestimate Billy Joe. But yeah, I think Canelo will win that fight pretty easily. Maybe not. I don't think he'll knock him out, but like maybe on points. Gibb is coming for redemption. I got him for the W. Yeah, I hope Gibb wins. I want him to get the win. But again, I think that Taylor's just going to be technically too good for him. I have this feeling Logan will win against Mayweather. You know what? I want Logan to win against Mayweather as much as all of you guys want him to win against Mayweather. But like statistically, factually, logically, there's no way Logan beats Mayweather. But I like Logan a lot, and I'm like, this guy deserves to be known as the man who knocked out Mayweather instead of the man who was known for the Suicide Force incident. And that's kind of why I want him to win, and I'm excited for this fight, and I'm going for Logan. And yeah, I'm also going to be doing this. I'm going to briefly mention this, but there was a New York Times article that came out against Jake Paul, where another woman accused him of a sexual assault, and this is what it looks like, so you guys can read it. Don't underestimate Billy Joe. Billy is slick, good mover in the ring, southpaw. And not only is he a southpaw, he's good at southpaw, and there's a nightmare for any weight division. Yeah, I don't think Billy Joe is going to fail, but I just think he won't. I don't think he'll be able to compete with Canelo's technique. So this is Jake Paul promised them fame. Was it worth the price? I hope you read this article. It's on the New York Times, and if you can't read it because you need a subscription, you can go in incognito mode and you'll be able to read it. I don't want to go into it too much because this live stream's almost a half an hour long, and I want to kind of wrap this up soon. But and I'm going to post another video today about Jake Paul, whatever. But yeah, so I hope you read the article because I think that it really shows Jake's character, and I think while there's no legitimate proof, there's like so many people that have come out against him with allegations, and all I'm saying is like guilty until proven innocent, and we need evidence and stuff. But like, in these two incidents, you can't actually prove they happened because no one was in the room with Jake, and no one saw Jake do that. They can say, "Oh, we saw the girl in the house," but they can't prove it. So even if it went to court, Jake wouldn't get convicted. What's a dream fight you would want to see? I guess for like boxing, I'd like to see Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz, or Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz 3. Tyson Fury versus who would be a good fight for Tyson Fury? I want to see Uzak versus Canelo. Yeah, Canelo, how much does Canelo weigh? Does anyone know? Canelo Alvarez. Oh, he's 168 limbs. Tyson Fury versus Usyk. I think I got brittle hands with not much power, in my opinion. I like to see Canelo Alvarez versus Ryan Garcia. I know Canelo is a lot heavier than Ryan Garcia, but that would be an interesting fight. Actually, Ryan Garcia is taller than Canelo. I like to see Canelo versus Ryan Garcia. Garcia versus Billy Joe. Canelo would murder Ryan. Yeah, but that's why I'd like to see it. Because then, if like Ryan Garcia beat Canelo, that would be like awesome for him. Tyson Fury. I don't really know who Tyson Fury could go up against. I like to see. No, that would happen. Garcia is too strong. I love to see Tyson Fury versus Mike Tyson, but prime Mike Tyson. Imagine Tyson Fury versus Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is 273 pounds, and Mike Tyson's is like 220. So, but imagine Tyson versus I can't remember his name. Tyson versus Fury. That'd be awesome. I love to see that fight happen. That'd be awesome. Oh man, Tyson Fury here sub 35. Hey, who y'all think wins super middleweight? Roy Jones Jr. versus Canelo. I think Roy Jones Jr.'s weird way of fighting wouldn't allow him to win just on points, I feel like. But that's just my opinion. I don't know if anyone else has anything to say on that, but Roy Jones Jr. He's a weird person to fight. I don't know who Jones could fight, but I think he could give a lot of people trouble. Royce could fight. What about Roy Jones Jr. versus Andy Ruiz? Are they even the same height? I don't know. I'm not really caring about height or weight. I just think that'd be a cool matchup. Deontay Wilder versus Deji. Deji's gonna win by knockout, 100%. So, to be honest, I think that Roy Jones beats Floyd Mayweather. I would like to see them fight. I mean, I know Roy Jones is way older than Floyd, but man's got moves. No, man, Andy kills Roy Jones. No way. Yeah, I don't know who would win that. Andy would destroy Roy. I guess so. But I don't know. I mean, that fight would never happen, but yeah. When Roy Jones fought a style like Floyd, he dominated him. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see Floyd fight someone, James Storm. I imagine Floyd Mayweather. I want to see Floyd Mayweather versus Ryan Garcia. That would be interesting. I think anyone that Floyd would fight, he'd win against. But I don't know. Ryan's got a lot of power, man. So that would be a fight I'd pay money for. I'd want to go see that fight in person, actually. So Floyd murders Ryan too. Floyd is way too big for Ryan. Floyd versus Oscar De La Hoya, the rematch. I want to see that. Ryan is overrated in my opinion. I believe in Ryan. So yeah, I'm not going off of pounds or weight. I'm just thinking that'd be a cool fight. I wonder, you know what? Mayweather versus Tyson Fury. That is the most unfair, whatever, what? But imagine Tyson Fury fought Floyd Mayweather. Woo! That would be insane. Bro, people would actually be Mayweather might lose this one. What? Well, Mayweather, I don't know. Skill-wise, Floyd better than Tyson Fury, I think. Yeah. But imagine if Tyson Fury got one. I feel like if Mayweather got hit by a hard shot by Fury, I don't know what would happen. If I'm being honest, I don't know. That would be a big risk. Crawford versus Canelo is really a match everybody wants to see. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Five likes. Let's go. 3 people were watching. At one point, we had 7 people watching. My live streams are killing it right now. And I am flexing my kitchen. But I kind of feel kind of weird just being in front of that. But it used to be a lot more normal of a kitchen. I'll say that. Do you think Ryan ducked Devin Haney? Pretty Boy Floyd versus Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't know if Ryan ducked Devin. And then even if he did, like, they're gonna fight eventually, so it doesn't really matter. Wow, this was supposed to be like 10 minutes long, and I get sucked in with the live streams. We've been going for 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes. Fernandez versus Jomel Cholo as well. That's a war. Not really familiar with those fighters, but I will take your word for it, Alex. Ryan did Duck Devin hard. Yeah, so for real, crying face. Yo, has anyone watched? Does anyone watch? Brunei's got fat hands. To be honest, I think so too. Nappy. Yo, Does anyone watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Because I thought it was a great show, great finale. I know it was very political, but I like when stuff gets political. Jamal probably got the best jabs I've ever seen so far. Yep, it was. I don't know, Alex. I don't know what you're referring to, but okay. I always wanted to watch it. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, but you have to pay for that. So, but you can find bootlegs probably. But yeah, so I don't know why people are so mad that it got political. Yeah, Jamal got a piston jab. You should check him out, man. I will. Oops. Yeah, I also want to watch the new Mortal Kombat movie. Sounds like a good watch. I don't know if anyone's watched that, but I think I'm gonna watch that. Godzilla vs Kong wasn't also that great. I mean, it was alright. Andre, you should invest your time in seeing prospects in boxing. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I kind of focus on the big guys. I don't really go to the more obscure boxing people. The winner out of Jamal versus Banderas gets a fight with Canelo. Wow, there's 4 people still watching it. I would love it if we got to like 20 people watching one of my live streams at one point someday. Someday I will have a live stream with at least 20 people watching consistently. Consistently. That'd be great. That would be amazing. Also, if any of you guys have TikTok, make sure to follow me at LaFrasia at Bold Content 25. Then you guys see it for a minute. Follow this. And if you don't have TikTok, make one for me. Follow me. Because I have 548 followers and 23.6K likes. Jeez. I got a lot of likes. I've kind of fallen off a bit, but I'm gonna get back there. David and Jamal, see those two. Those will fight Canelo next year for sure. They are big fights too. Canelo might lose to one of them too. Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder. Who wins that one? I think Andy does. So Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder. You know what? I want Deontay to win that, but I can see why you'd pick Andy. So, oops. I got my Dunder Mifflin shirt on, in case anyone was wondering what I was wearing. I'm full on The Office. Dunder Mifflin. Rep the best TV show ever. Uncancelable. Uncancelable. That's not how you say it. The Office can never be canceled. AJ has explosion in both of his hands, while Deontay has a nuclear bomb in one hand, man. Yeah. I don't know. I think Wilder will fight at some point again. Too much money in it. Wow, 34 minutes, man. 34 minutes. Next guy, Tommy Fury fights, probably going to have a record of 2 wins and 12 losses. Yeah. Nah, best TV show is Breaking Bad, man. I've never seen Breaking Bad, and I'm not really into the whole drug shows, you know? I don't really do that kind of thing. So, and I don't plan on watching Breaking Bad at any point. Maybe one day. Maybe. But not anytime soon. Best TV show of the recent couple years was the Watchmen TV show. Oh my god, so good. Kind of political. For you guys, I might be not really liking political stuff in superhero shows, but amazing. The Boys, another awesome show. Game of Thrones was great. I thought the final season was great. Was Gotham? Angel, I love Gotham. Gotham was OG. I'm rewatching it on Netflix. I love Gotham. Next guy, Jake Paul, is gonna be a bowling champion. Yeah, this guy was a bowling champion. He knows how to throw a ball. He knows how to touch balls. Yeah, Gotham was awesome. Gotham was amazing. And they're going to do a new Gotham show on HBO Max, but it's not going to be the same thing. Once Upon a Time was great too. Oh man, I just got iMovie. Yeah, so some great TV shows, great movies. Snyder Cut, great movie. Go and watch that. I mean, come on. That's Justice League, Snyder Cut. Justice League, Snyder Cut. Need I say more? Jake Paul versus Tiger Woods. You know what? That could happen. That could very well happen at this point. But Godzilla versus Kong. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see that. I thought it was good, but it wasn't great. I thought that the last 3 movies before it were better. Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul. Who you got? You know what? A lot of people say Jake has a good chance. I'm gonna go with Nate Diaz. But you know what? If Jake won, I think it'd be. I'll be like, oh, okay. But that fight won't happen next. It might, but I think that Jake's gonna go for someone like Dylan Dennis. I think Dylan Dennis will be his next fight. So yeah. Nate Diaz has no chin, bro. Yeah, but does Jake have a chin though? Like, we don't really know how good of a chin Jake has, or how bad of a chin Jake has, for that matter. So I don't know about that one, Nappy. Nappy, what are you saying? Man, Nappy, he's different breed. He thinks different. He's a different breed, man. Look what happened to Ben, bro. Yeah, but Jake would probably catch Nate first. No. Yeah, but Jake, yeah. Nate has an insane chin, always fighting with blood on his face. He is a warrior. Yeah, like Jake has proven to have good technique, but is he a warrior like KSI and Logan are? Does he have the chin? Well, I don't know that. Oops, sorry, all caps. Needs a slow starter, so Jake might catch him. You saw what happened to Connor. You saw what happened Connor did to Nate. Wow. Yep. Oh man, I just spit all over myself. Oh, guys, it's like 2:50. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I haven't even washed my face. I haven't even gone to the bathroom yet. I woke up at like 10:30, and then I woke up again at 11:30. So you're comparing what Jake would do versus Connor. Yeah. Almost 3:00, man. It's crazy. Connor was being Nate's until Nate wrestled him. Connor was being Nate until Nate wrestled him. Yeah, I don't know. Nate wouldn't get knocked out like Ben, though. He'd last longer than Ben or Nate or Gib. Nate would last at least 4 rounds. Probably all of them. Same what happened to Ben versus Robbie. Is he going to respond? Yeah, but in the UFC you can't really box because you have to be worried about the takedown. Yeah, that's a point. And Masvidal was definitely beating Nate's butt too, bro. $40. I've been live streaming. Don't know where the time went. Don't know why this is so long. But the comments kept me here. I was ready to go. But you guys kept on talking. That's okay with me. Jake beats Nate if it was an in pocket fight. But if range Nate has the fastest 1-2 combo in the UFC and could give Jake a hard time with that. Yeah, man. Comparing Ben Askren to like Nate is comparing like a baby elephant to like a wolf. I got a baby elephant to like a fully grown elephant. Like, I mean, there's no comparison. I feel so weird. Like, I feel like I'm so small compared to everything that's around me. I'm just so small. Man, I need friends. Cause you gotta have friends. Gotta have friends. Yeah. What are you thinking about? It's really a tough fight, but Jake would be a slight favorite, believe it or not. Nate can easily get dropped because the stance of Devin boxing was the angle punches come from. Kind of makes sense if he fought Nate, because you know how you said if he fought Dylan, the sparring partner, guy would show how he can beat the guy who spars Connor. Same thing with Nate. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, man. But like, listen, Conor McGregor. If Jake beats Nate, it can be compared to Nate versus Connor. Yeah, that's true. But again, like if Jake, I don't care who Jake beats. I just think that Connor is on a different level than most people, most fighters. Like he's a different breed, man. But I don't really care if Jake beats Connor. Like if he beats Connor, like I don't care. Like all I really care about is him fighting KSI. That's what I'm more invested in. Like if KSI wasn't a thing, um, and like there was no talks of that, then like I wouldn't probably really even have that much interest in who Jake's fighting. If Jake beats Ben, if Jake beats Nate, it can be compared to Ben, but that's in the UFC, Angel. That is true. Cause I don't think Nate's ever fought in a boxing fight, and Conor fought against Mayweather. So I'm talking about their stand-up game. Yeah, Conor actually started as a boxer. That's why it's a totally different fight. Conor knows how to actually box. Yeah. Conor knows how to box. And for a small guy, man's got power. Man's got mean power. And man can take hits. Man can get hit hard. Man's a warrior, a fighter. He's Conor McGregor. Even though he's not like what he used to be, like he can still do a YouTuber. If Nate versus Conor was in the boxing ring, Conor would have beat him, Angel. You can compare the boxing match to Nate versus Conor while they were striking. Nate gave Conor a really hard time with the 1-2. Conor already left Nate Diaz bloody on the canvas, bro. Nate hasn't boxed while Conor has an amateur background in boxing. Nate might lose against Jake, but Conor KO's Jake. Yeah, like if Jake beats Nate, like it's somewhat of a like it will create a huge into wow, Jake might actually beat Conor, but doesn't matter who Jake fights today. Conor is different to all of them, even KSI. I'd say KSI and Conor are just on different levels compared to most of Jake's fights, especially Conor. More Conor than KSI. Everybody leaves Nate bloody and he still wins. Making Nate bloody ain't impressive. Good point. Nate has blood on his face before he even gets in the ring. Didn't know that. Anywhere but here. Yeah. I like the way you're looking at me. But ain't that weird though? Like, check this out. But striking wise, I would have to disagree, Angel. Jake definitely will get credit if he beats Nate because he's an actual killer, but Jake will most probably win. If Conor did box before for so many years, how come Nate gave Conor a hard time striking? I think if Jake beat Nate Diaz, KSI would have to fight other people and them be very impressive. So I feel like Jake is gonna have easy fights because I think the strategy is don't want to lose before the KSI fight, and then once he fights KSI, he can fight the real dogs and then get to Conor. I don't think Jake will beat Conor. I don't know why YouTubers are fighting pro fighters. Because Nate was trying to go for the takedowns, Angel. No. Conor is better striking, and I ain't denying that. But Nate still made Conor bloody and connected so many shots to his face with a simple 1-2. Like I said, Conor couldn't box Nate because he has to worry about the clinch, takedown, kicks and elbows. It's a totally different sport. All very valid, good points, guys. All very good, valid points. The social media life. Conor at 170 pounds versus a big 200-pound Jake? Question mark. No, but shows Conor's head movement so stiff to not dodge to a very, very repetitive striker. Hi. You know, I'm working and you're being toxic, okay? No, don't hit me. Oh! No, but okay, no one's talking. Hi. Say hi to the people. Really? 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 Oh, you want something. You want something. Oh. You want something? You want something. You know, listen, I have to go out too. But you're gonna wait, okay? Humans come first. Watching Conor eat a 1-2 over and over again is like rinse and repeat. Conor speed looks way slow compared to Jake. What? Nappy. People are also saying Khabib outboxed Conor. In reality, Conor was so worried about the takedown, so he got caught with a punch if you put 10-ounce gloves on. Jake looks fast and powerful, bro. Yeah, but come on, Nappy. Like Jake is nowhere near the level of Connor right now. Like I like they're just two different. Connor's like a god compared to Jake. Like the two are uncomparable. If you take away Nate's best weapon like BJJ, it's going to be a different fight. Jake looks way more powerful than Canelo, to be honest. Well, Nappy. Nappy, you're gonna get everyone all worked up, Nappy. You know what? I think I'm gonna even way more powerful than GTFO. What does GTFO mean? Go the F off. Remember the weight difference? Nate used to box himself, so I'm not surprised that they give Connor a hard time. But what you forget, Angel, is that Connor's being reason for he tiring tags so much was because he fatigued. Nappy tweaking, weight difference, laughing emoji. James Johnson, thank you for joining. Yeah. Nappy, you're gonna start a whole thing. Don't say those things, Nappy, because listen, I can't defend you when that happens. Like I can't back you up on those statements. No, it is, but it's just Connor would eat shots for another purpose of defense. Really can't multitask in a combat sport. Canelo is saying at 160, while Jake is saying at 200. There's also two big differences with weight, you know. But you know what? Nappy, please watch Connor versus Amar Kian. Jake is way too big for Canelo, bro. Yeah, but Nappy, if you don't, Canelo wouldn't lose to Jake though. So he also gonna say Jake hit harder than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Yeah, you know what? Jake beat out and knocked out. Canelo cuts to me at 168. Canelo's regularly 186. Yeah. But like again, Jake knocked out an NBA player, a YouTuber, and one of the worst MMA guys, fighter in name only. So we don't really know how powerful he is compared to like good people. Like if he knocked out like Connor, that'd be like whoa. But, Nappy, can I ask how long have you been watching boxing? I've been watching boxing since I was not even a kid. I was like -8 when I started watching it. Not saying that Jake is better than Canelo, but power wise, I'm going to have to get this to Jake. Nappy. You can't say a YouTuber is more powerful than a professional boxer. Nappy has watched boxing yet. Nappy has been watching boxing since yesterday. So it just started yesterday. Yeah, like yeah. Nappy, there was more to power than size. It's all about delivery. I'm telling you, bro. Jake looks more powerful than Canelo, bro. Okay. I'm gonna pin that because that comment is amazing. It's brilliant. I don't even know how to unpin now. How many Canelo fights have you seen? 160 versus 200. Yeah, it's all about delivery too, Nappy. This has been a great live stream. But I think I'm gonna have to end it because we've almost gone for an hour and I need to do more things and I want to post another video in like an hour and 20 minutes. So this was a great debate. Can do this somewhere else. 53 versus 3-1. If Canelo was fighting Nate Robinson, it would have been by a body shot or a TKO. Yeah. So listen, this conversation is amazing. But Mike Tyson was what 13 years old at once. So, anyways, guys, great talk. I'm gonna go. Nappy, please. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end this with Nappy being put on a cliffhanger. See you guys in the next live stream. Peace.